Good morning, everybody. Well, I've got some exciting news. Well, it's kind of exciting, but I might be changing my mind later on this evening. I am doing my first off-grid adventure in Netty. Yep, you heard it here first. I am going to go to a little park up, totally off-grid. Don't know how many other people will be there, and yeah, have an evening out. No hookup, no safety of the showers and toilet block and other people, or lots of other people around me. But I thought, do you know what, I've just got to do it. Everybody else does it, don't they? Well, most other people do it, so I thought, give it a go. Go on, Carol. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I'm not going too far from home. It's only about a 45-minute journey, because I thought at least then, if I freak myself out in the middle of the night or anything untoward happens and yeah, I'm not feeling it, at least I can just come home. I don't want to go too far and think, oh, I'm miles away from home. And I do know the location of where I'm going to, so I feel a little bit more reassured that I'm going somewhere I know and I'm not just parking up in some lay-by, because you know what's going to happen. The lay-by I pick will be a dodgy lay-by. There'll be all sorts going on. So I don't want to be experience any of that. At least not on my first night out. You never know in the future. I'm joking. So yeah, what I'm going to do is get her all ready. Now, obviously, I haven't got a diesel heater fitted yet, which I am looking into. Probably once my next YouTube payment comes through, that'll be my first thing, get a diesel heater, because I am going to need that. So what I'm going to use for tonight is I've got a little cartridge camping heater. So I'm just going to pop that in here for tonight, just in case it does get a little bit chilly. Obviously, I can't leave it on overnight, and I know it kind of defeats the purpose of having the heater, because I will have to open the window a little bit, because I don't like using one of them, obviously, in an enclosed space with no ventilation. So yeah, I'll open the window slightly and just, yeah, see how I get on. I'm going to take about 3 hot water bottles. I'm obviously taking little Molly Moo with me so she can keep me warm. And I've got 2 lots of duvet, like 2 thick duvets. So do you know what? With thick jammies on and everything, I'm sure I'll be fine. It'll be an experience, and it will also see if I can actually do it. Because obviously when I go up to Scotland, which I'm planning on doing, I don't want to be staying on sites all the time. I'm thinking maybe a couple of nights, 2 to 3 nights off grid, if I've got everything that I need. I'm going to look at getting a, like one of the big power stations. I'm going to look at getting one of those as well, because I've not put my solar on or anything yet. And also, at least the power stations have the plugs that you can properly plug, your appliances into and stuff, don't they? So I'm going to look at getting one of them before I go. So yeah, tonight will be a test. Can I actually manage off grid? Now back to Nettie and her engine problems. I think it's solved, and it was all down to the fuel filler cap, which is just crazy. It cost me, what was it, £3.99, something like that. So I've got the temporary one on at the minute, and I've done quite a lot of driving round in her. I've had her running on the drive, and there is no problem whatsoever. She's running absolutely spot on. There's no spluttering, there's no misfiring. Was it misfiring or backfiring? Wasn't it? Not misfiring. There's none of that. She's just running perfect. And when I take the cap off, there's none of that sucky noise that shouldn't have been there. So yeah, it looks like it was all down to just that cap. So what I will do now is look for a proper lock-in one that's going to fit, because I think I said I did buy one off eBay, and it was like about that big, where she's got a really big hole as Nettie. So she needs to have something big to fill it. So that little one just won't cut it. Sorry. just have to throw them in, don't I? Can you be disappointed if I don't throw them in? So yeah, there'll be no dropping of tanks needed. There'll be no flushing of pipes. There'll be no blowing of pipes. There'll be none of that going on whatsoever. She just needs a new cap, that's it. Anyway, I have waffled for enough now, and I can just, all the euphemisms and the innuendos are up here, so I'm going to stop now before I get carried away. And yeah, go and find my heater and get everything loaded up that I need to get loaded up. I found my heater, I'm just checking it's still working, because it's... Oh, might need to get some more gas maybe. Oh no, there we go. Oh, that'll be fine. I'm going to go and grab another... Do you know what? I'm going to grab another couple of bottles of gas, I think. Well, canisters. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll keep us warm. I can use my TV if I need to, because my TV also runs off the 12 volts, so I won't feel I'm quite so isolated if I've got the TV on. Maybe, I don't know, I might really like it, just sitting watching the world go by. I mean, you won't see it going by, will I, because it'll be dark. You know what I mean. I might do some reading, I might, yeah. You can see I'm trying to convince myself it's going to be a good idea. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. That's lovely, that. So yeah, I've got a ticking over, and just gonna go and get little Moo, I think. So I've just looked, and it's actually 8 degrees in here at the min. Overnight wasn't too bad. There was no ice or anything this morning. So if it stays kind of this temperature, I think we'll be all right. I just suppose I've got my gas stove as well, so obviously because I'm not going to be cooking with the electric, the gas is going to warm it. The gas stove will warm me up as well. You know, that's the only thing I'm worrying about. I'm not particularly bothered about where I am, not particularly bothered that I'm on my own. It's being cold. I just don't like being cold. That's all I'm focusing on. Am I going to be warm enough? And I can't exactly say, well, I'll put the engine on to warm the cab up, because it takes a million years to warm up. She's ticking over now, and I've had her on for about, about 10 minutes or so. And what's she at now? Oh, she's just got to 90 now. But can't rely on the engine to warm me up. But look at that now. That's lovely. That'll be fine. Well, nearly there. Did think it was going to start raining, but it's not. Little Moo's getting quite excited. She's probably expecting we're going to be off up some mountains and swimming in some lakes, so I hope she isn't too disappointed when she sees our location for the night. I'm just hoping there are some spaces, because I think there's only enough for 4. See when we get there. Sun's coming out too. So I'm gonna have a quick coffee, and then make the most of the sun. I actually can't see the flame because of the sun coming through the window. Oh, lovely. Right, I think I'll give Molly a bite to eat while I have my coffee. And then I would say go and explore, but there's nowhere to explore really. It's just walking along the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. So I'll go and look at boats. That's what I'll go and do. And then I'll get some mad harebrained idea that I now want to buy a boat. Right, let's wait for this to boil now. Thought I'd just show you this while I'm waiting for the kettle to boil. And I said I was going to put some photographs on this little bit as a temporary thing. So these are the ones I've picked at the minute. Obviously these ones here Most of them are from Scotland. There's Edna, so she was the original OG. So she was my first motorhome. Then yeah, more Scotland, Wales. So I think what I'm going to do is just keep adding to it. And I've also crossed off a little bit more on my last trip. I could, I suppose, in theory, cross this one off tonight as well. But I don't know if it counts as an overnighter. I think you've got to be there a couple of days. How's this for a location? It's a bit muddy. Good job we brought some wellies. Look at this. Oh, I could even come and sit here, have my coffee. Oh, I might do that actually. There she is. One other little car. There's no way it's big enough for 4. Well, I suppose in front of each other you could. Apart from the mud, it's quite a nice little spot here. Definitely think I've chose well for my first night. I can't see me getting bothered here. Hopefully. Oh, you're right now. You can have a little sleep, can't you? You should be tired now. I tell you what, this little gas fire, it's not half throwing the heat out. I say I've used it before when we've been camping, but I think because when you're camping and there's a lot of drafts anyway, yes, you can feel the heat, but you've got to kind of be sat on top of it. But I've only had it on sort of like 10 minutes or so, and already it's, well, you can see I've taken my fleece off because, yeah, it's lovely and warm. Between that, the sun coming through, I've just made I made a cup of tea, so I've had the gas on again, and it has got lovely and warm. So I thought if I take my fleece off, at least then when it starts getting cold, I've got layers to add on, haven't I? And I have pulled the blind down because a van has just pulled up with a guy taking his dog for a walk, so I thought I'll just pull the blind down. But yeah, you're all right, aren't you, Mol? We didn't go along the towpath. We decided to walk. It's like country lanes, so we decided to just walk along the lane for a little bit. And we went and seen some llamas, didn't we? There was a field with llamas in, so that was nice. She's not really seen llamas before. I'm not quite sure she knew what to make of them. Oh, look at her looking out the window. She will now bark at any dogs, any cars that pull up with dogs in. She's going to bark because this is now her place. This is her territory. You've marked it, haven't you, Mol? You're being very rude. People want to see you, Molly. You're too busy nosing out the window, aren't you? Hey, too busy nosying. Oh, I don't know what to do now. I suppose that's the thing. I've got here too early. I should have come a little bit later, but I didn't want to come later in case I didn't get a place. Don't know what, I should have brought some knitting, although I don't knit, just making that up. It just seemed like a good calming thing to do. Ah, right, no doubt I'll find a way to amuse myself. I have had such a lovely evening. So I've watched a bit of telly, I've done a bit of reading, I've caught up on comments on Instagram and on my YouTube, so now we are off to bed. Now, oh, put that back on, can't see. I have now got to go through the rigmarole of getting Molly up the ladder and into the bed with me. I have remembered to pull my duvet actually back off the bed because it is a bit of a technique to getting in this bed. So I'll get her up first. Moll, come here. Molly. Right, come on, because you got to get up here. Come on, good girl. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you're coming up. Oh yeah, deep. Oh, right, come on. Oh, that's it. Go on, you can do it. Yay! Good girl. Right, you have to move over that way now so I can get up. Okay? Oh, right. Yay! You got to move so I can get up now. Thank you. Right. You'll have to excuse my ass for this bit. Right. Go on then. Let me up. Let me up. You've got to move. Go. There's people next door. They wonder what's going on. Good Lord. Right. Oh, see, I still ended up on my... Molly. Right. Okay. And obviously this is purely so you can see what it's like with a dog up here as well, because I have got to get back down to turn the light out. I've just realised. Oh. Right. Get off. Is that where you're going to stay there? Okay. Yeah, you stay there. Oh, no, and you should move. You can't go under the covers. Right. I am going to stop. I'm going to turn this light out. Oh, and we're going to go to sleep, aren't we? Hey, we are. Let's turn this light out. Oh, there we go. Right. Night night, everybody. Stop. Well, good morning. And I have got to say, we have had... Where is she? Oh, she got her head on me. An absolutely amazing night's sleep. If anything, I was too warm. I had to end up throwing 2 hot water bottles out, so I kept warm, and I just kept throwing the duvet off me because, yeah, I think with... She is here. She's lay on me here. I think with Molly as well, because, gosh, she generates a lot of heat. There was... one camper van here with me through the night. I think that was they looked quite a young couple. They were really quiet. And then a car pulled up. I thought it was during the night, but in all honesty it could have been sort of like quite early this morning, and I think that was a fisherman, because I could hear him getting like quite a lot of stuff out of his boot. And there is a guy a little bit further along the canal, you can just see him, so I'm guessing that's his car. But other than that, it was really quiet. But there is traffic going over that little bridge that I showed you yesterday where I'm parked up, because a lot of people use it as kind of a cut through. In fact, I quite often use it as a cut through if I'm taking Ellis to work. That's how I know about this little spot as well. So yeah, all in all, it was quite a successful night. Would I do it again? Most definitely. I'd definitely pick my spot, I think. I don't think I'd be happy in a lay-by, and I wouldn't be happy in a car park where there was lots of other camper vans and motorhomes. I do like my solitude. But yeah, it's been good fun, hasn't it, Molly? She's not forgetting up. She's just gone back to bed, gone back under the cover. Anyway, as always, I'm going to go because I'll end up with a crick in the neck. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try and straighten up a bit. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.